here with a couple more musical updates on Final Fantasy and our which just incredible musical stuff that's got going on in this franchise. So I'm going to jump right into it. Yesterday we covered off on some Distant World stuff. So if you missed that program, I'll cover those same kind of updates that we did yesterday. So Distant Worlds is our world tour of Final Fantasy orchestral music. It's been going on since 2007 when they started off in Stockholm, Sweden. It's a beautiful and incredible sight to behold. You've got all the Final Fantasy music. They've got a repertoire of a whole bunch of songs. You never know what you're going to get when you show up to one of these shows. And while they're going, they of course show all of the Final Fantasy footage on the big screen up top, and it's just, there's really nothing quite like it. If you haven't been to one of these shows, you'd owe it to yourself to see that. So yes, last year at well, no, this January actually, Final Fantasy Distant Worlds kicked off. Had its 100th performance. They did that live in Tokyo, and ever since they've been doing a little kind of world tour of what they're calling the Journey of 100. So we've got some Distant Worlds footage to show you. It's not the same stuff we showed yesterday. It's a little shorter because after we come back, we'll have some awesome new announcements to make for the music. So stay tuned. All right, so that was the Distant Worlds wonderful little medley. We started with Torn from the Heavens from Final Fantasy XIV. That's a brand new to their repertoire. Awesome song. Went to Libere Fatality from Final Fantasy VIII, a personal favorite of mine. Final Fantasy VII's main theme, coincidence. And then character medley from Final Fantasy VI featuring Terra, Kefka, and Locke's themes. So now that you know what Final Fantasy Distant Worlds is, you're definitely going to want to go to a concert. And as it happens, we have a concert happening here tonight at the Nokia Theater, literally across the street from where I'm broadcasting. There are still very limited a number of tickets available, so if you're in the area, if you're in Los Angeles, if you're in Orange County, if you're in anywhere near here, you should definitely make an effort to get here tonight to see this show. It's going to have Hitoshi Sakimoto, the composer of Final Fantasy XII, in attendance, so that's going to be pretty special. You can probably count on there being some Final Fantasy XII music for your ears. That would be, I think, something you should do. But if you're not in the area, if you're not someone who can get down here to the E3 show tonight, obviously that's a late notice, we do have some Distant Worlds concerts coming up. There's tonight, obviously, at the Nokia. And then after that, they're going to Seattle in Washington. That's going to be on the 10th of July and the 11th of July, a 2-night special. And then we're going to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on the 1st of August, and then over to Rochester, New York on the 29th of October. So lots of dates that you can go to. If you're anywhere near those locations, definitely look into getting tickets from ffdistantworlds.com as soon as you can. So, changing gears. If you'd actually like to own a piece of Final Fantasy music history, that Journey of 100th concert that I mentioned being recorded in Tokyo is going to be available on Blu-ray. So that's something that I don't know that they've ever done. If they have, it's not been available here in the States. So this is a really incredible opportunity for people to own a piece of that footage, just like what you were just looking at. I think it's got a lot of songs on it. It's obviously one of their most important concerts to date. So it's going to be up on the Square Enix store for pre-order either right now or very soon. So get that going as soon as possible. Let me see if I hit all the notes on that. It's going to be released in August. So yeah, we're going to be on pre-order. Okay. Next up, I mentioned that we had some announcements to make regarding a concert series. This is going to be a little bit different from Distant Worlds, but it's something that's going to be just as cool. Announcing the Piano Opera Music from Final Fantasy World Tour. This concert tour happened actually in Japan. They did a piano concert in Japan last year, and it was produced by my personal hero, Final Fantasy composer Nobuo Uematsu. This is going to be happening all around the world, and so you're going to want to jump on tickets when it happens, because I don't think it's going to be one of those enduring type of concerts. It's going to be a very limited tour, limited run of concert series. And Uematsu himself will be making, of course, guest appearances, and what you're going to want to do is, of course, get all that beautiful Final Fantasy footage to a more mellow piano sound to it. Tour dates, you're going to want to see these. We're starting in Europe. We're going to France, then we'll be in Belgium, then we'll be in Sweden, and then we're going to the UK. It's very late in the day for our UK friends and our European people, but you're going to want to check out these concert dates. After that, we're going to Taiwan, Korea, Hong Kong, Singapore. So there we have some Asian dates. And these are all occurring all the way into next year, as you can tell. That's going in February 2016. And then we get our United States tour. In New York, we're going February 26, 2016. And in Los Angeles, February 28th in Los Angeles right here. So that's the one I think I'll be buying tickets for. And then we'll be down south in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and Mexico City in March 2016. So this concert series, you've got, let me see, I forgot the name. But, oh yeah, first, the tickets are going on sale at www.wildferry.com. You can see the address up on the screen here. That ferry as in F-A-E-R-Y. The website may be in French, but you shouldn't be able to, you'll be fine. You should navigate that. Tickets are going on sale very soon. I might have a date for you here in a second. We're going to show you some footage, though, of this concert series. So as a little preview to what you can expect.
皆さんこんにちは、上松信夫です。日本で開催されて好評を博しておりますファイナルファンタジーのピアノコンサート、ピアノオペラファイナルファンタジーの海外公演がなんと決定いたしました。またオーケストラとは違った趣のあるコンサートですので、遊びに来てくださいね。海外のスケジュールはまだ未定ですけれども、 ヨーロッパ、アジア、北米とかを、考えております。ぜひ遊びにいらしてください。
piano opera music from Final Fantasy going on world tour into late this year and into early next year. You just heard opening and bombing mission from Final Fantasy VII. I don't know why we're playing all this FF7 music. What's up with that? FF8 battle, Force Your Way, and then Not Alone, battle on the Big Bridge, followed by the goosebump-inducing main theme of Final Fantasy. So yeah, if you want to hear those and more, you're definitely going to want to get on these tour dates. Tickets go on sale. Where was that date? Well, June 25th. June 25th, the tickets are going on sale. That's coming up really quickly. It's for tour dates that are all the way in next year. So if you want good seats, if you want to make sure you can go, I would definitely recommend jumping on that opportunity. Mark your calendars. So yeah, once again, piano opera music from Final Fantasy World Tour. You will be able to see the exact same pianist you just saw on there. His name is Hiroyuki Nakayama. All right, changing gears. One more thing we want to talk about, and that is the Final Fantasy Type 0 HD original soundtrack Blu-ray music disc. This is currently available on sale right now. It's I think one of the strongest soundtracks we have in the Final Fantasy series. It's composed by Takahara Ishimoto, who also did the soundtracks for Crisis Core. So as you know, his music is always a very standout kind of selection. He always has some awesome themes, and just the music of Type 0 is incredible. So of course we did our treatment for this, same thing we did for the 10.10.2 remaster, and put all that music on a glorious Blu-ray disc. We typically use the Blu-ray format because it's the best quality audio that we can possibly provide, and then we can also accompany it with visuals just like the Distant World stuff. So you can put this in a Blu-ray, see all the cutscenes and stuff as you're watching the soundtrack. And if you have a Blu-ray disc player in your PC, you can get the music data as well. So it's not like we're just selling you a Blu-ray. This is available now for $59.99, and I'm sure one of the questions you probably have about this is the song from the very ending of Final Fantasy Type 0 on there, which would be Takada. It's brand new to Final Fantasy Type 0 HD, and of course it's on there. So really cool song. If you haven't heard that, you need to hear it, and I would highly recommend getting it in this format because that is the way to go. Yeah, so also, just to make sure that you know that the song that you might know as We Have Arrived is renamed to The Beginning of the End on there, so that's there too. So we have a quick clip of this that we want to show you, and yeah, enjoy. So much musical variety and depth in that soundtrack. Again, that is available right now on the Square Enix Online Store. You can pick it up for $59.99, along with a ton of other music products that we have on the store, including the entire Final Fantasy XIV soundtrack, also available on a Blu-ray music disc, and the recently released Bras de Bravo, which is musical arrangements in a brass style. Very cool stuff on that one as well. And if you can't find what you're looking for on the Square Enix Online Store, we have over 100 Final Fantasy music albums available online digitally. So put some Final Fantasy music in your ears as soon as possible, because it's the best. Anyway, that is it for me. We're going to be coming right back with Lara Croft Relic Run, and we've got a ton of programming today. So stay tuned on Square Enix Presents, and we'll be right back. Thanks, guys.